You are already aware of vectors and you are even aware of calculus, isn't it? Vectors means yesterday we have defined the quantities which are related to, like, which has got both magnitude, direction and all are vectors. So different concepts related to vectors we have defined. Now even you are aware of calculus. Can anybody tell me in calculus what are the topics you have learned? The concepts related to calculus. Hmm?
Algebra.
Algebra. No, no. In calculus, what you have learned? Algebra is some other part of maths, right? When the calculus is introduced to you,
Integration, differentiation.
better let us go in order. No, no teacher teaches you from Z to A. It is always from A to Z, isn't it? So I want in that order. So when calculus is introduced, it is now. So your teacher might have started
Limit.
teaching you limits, then continuity, and depending on that, the concept of, yeah, there was no much part from limit and continuity. Main part was for this answer differentiation. Very good. So it is going to be the main part is differentiation, and after this, what you learn?
Integration.
Yeah. So calculus, you can say the starting point is limit continuity, but the main part in detail you have learned regarding differentiation and integration. So likewise, in module 1, we have two parts. One is, I can say it is a vector differentiation, and the second part of the same module is vector integration. So vector differentiation, I'll start with today. So we are going to just some idea you should have what I'm learning in the module. That will be a good thing for you. Means here we are going to take the vector functions and we are going to we are applying the operators like differentiation. So if you apply such operator, we are going to see it is ultimately going to be converted as what? Even if you apply a differentiation for some vectors, what that geometrically means. Okay, this is what we are going to learn in the first part of module 1. Okay, did you get some idea regarding this? At least little idea. Say either yes or no. I'm not telling a whole
Yes,
module.
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now here we are going to apply the differentiation for a vector. So that differential operator will not take it as d, will not take it as dou, will not take it as delta format, will take like a small triangle. Even this is also called as del. Okay, this is the name is del. So here it is like a triangle which is taken in a reverse order, isn't it? So it is like this is the operator what we are going to denote when we are taking the differentiation on the vectors. Okay. Now, so here this is based on a vector. So this del is nothing but actually it's the vector quantity only. So how to identify a vector quantity? What should be present in that? Huh? How can
Direction, magnitude.
I, J, K should be present, right? So this del is in the form dou by dou x I plus dou by dou y j plus dou by dou z k. This is the format of del what we have. So you need to remember it. Del, whatever you apply when on the vector quantity or a scalar quantity, whatever it is, del is a differential operator which is a vector quantity. Is the part clear? Okay, this is very important. So by taking this del, we are going to apply this del on the scalar function, we'll get some quantity. We are going to apply it on some vector, we'll get some quantity. Okay, even for vectors, we have two type of products. One is, which are the products what we have? We have dot and cross product. So if you take a dot product or a cross product of this del with some vector or a scalar, what are the resulting things that we are going to see? Okay, this is the first part. So here, suppose we have phi. Okay, just a notation, which is a function of x, y, z. Suppose this is a scalar quantity. Okay, this is a continuously differentiable scalar function. How to identify that it is a scalar quantity? There won't be a ijk. Means it will be something like this. You can say x, y, z, or this may be like x, y, z, x square y. Okay, something like this. There is, if suppose you don't have any ijk present, that whole thing you can take it as a scalar quantity. Suppose I have phi to be a scalar function. Then I'll just take this del and I'll operate it on this phi. Okay. Now, is there any question of whether I get it as dot or cross product here? No, some one simple thing. Okay, else, let me define it first. Del phi. So what is del? What is this del? This is nothing but a vector. Dou by dou xi, dou by dou yj plus dou by dou z k. Into what you have here? You have it as a phi. So I'll write it same. Nothing much. I'm writing the value of del here. Are you getting the part? Huh? Okay. Now, if I take this phi inside, is it meant for only last term, second term, first term, or is it for all the terms?
For all the terms.
For all the terms. Yes. Now, I, j, k, these are constant quantities. They are the vectors, right? Unit vectors. There won't be a problem. But what are dou by dou z and all? They are the differential operators. So, if I'm taking this inside, I can take it, okay, before k, there is no problem. But can I take outside this dou by dou z simply? Means my question is, I have like this dou by dou z to be operating on phi. Can I write it as phi into dou by dou z, or it will be dou phi by dou z only? Try to get the question. Can I simply take my phi outside and write it, or I have to operate this dou by dou z on phi? Is my question. No one has the answer. See, I'm taking this phi, no? It is for all the terms. You agreed. So if suppose I'm taking for the last term here, so tell me, can I write it as dou phi? I have to write it as dou phi by dou z, or I can write it as phi into dou by dou z, or I can write on any way. Both are one and the same. Are you getting the question? Try to answer. Can I
can write it outside?
Outside also we can write this phi, we can take out. Yeah, one girl is answering. What about the others? All of you agree? All C division students agree with this? Or we can write somehow if you want it. Please answer. If you answer no, more of the things will be clear. Else it is going to be a difficult thing. See. Answer. If it is wrong, no, I am there. I'll tell you it is wrong. Do you all want to stick? Anything will do? Or is it first form or the second form?
First form.
First form. Okay.
First form.
All first form. All are wrong then. All are wrong. But why? Because what I said, phi is a function of xyz. Isn't it? So is it a constant quantity? I'm telling it's a function of xyz, right? It is in this format. Correct? So if I'm taking, see, if I'm operating dou by dou z on this phi, means I have to differentiate phi with respect to z, isn't it? But if I simply take phi outside, that means I'm treating it as a constant. That is wrong. Okay, so it has to be obviously the second form. Getting it? So this phi will be there for all the differential operators. So the value of this is going to be dou phi by dou xi plus dou phi by dou yj plus dou phi by dou zk. Is the part clear? We cannot write by taking phi outside. That is a wrong concept because this is some differential operator. Okay. Is it clear? Now when you apply del on the scalar function, what you are getting? Are you getting a vector or a scalar?
Vector.
Vector you are getting. So this is called as gradient of phi. This is called as gradient of phi and denoted as like this, del phi. Okay. Even sometimes it is written like this, grad phi. Grad phi means it is gradient of phi. How to take it? Dou phi by dou xi plus dou phi by dou yj plus dou phi by dou zk. Do remember the definition. Whenever we come across del phi, grad phi or gradient of phi, this is what has to be used. Okay. Now next. Okay. We'll take one vector quantity. Suppose we have a vector quantity as A. So it's a vector. So I'll just denote it as A bar. I'll take in a simple format like A1i plus A2j plus A3k. So I'm taking a vector quantity. Now I'll take del and then, okay, 1 second. Okay, del and then I'll just take dot product of this del with A. Okay, I'm taking one quantity. So tell me del, is it a vector or a scalar?
Vector.
Yeah, and A is also a vector. So we have to take the dot product. How to take? Dou by dou xi, dou by dou yj, dou by dou zk. Dou by dou zk. Okay, dot product with A. So what is my A? This is A1i plus A2j plus A3k. Again, know what A1, A2, A3 I have taken. No, they are actually the functions of x, y, z. They are the functions of x, y, z. Now, how you take the dot product of two quantities? You multiply the corresponding I coefficients, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday we have seen A1, B1 plus A2, B2 plus A3, B3. I am applying the same concept. So this is I coefficient is dou by dou x, I coefficient is A1. So it is dou A1 by dou x plus dou A2 by dou y. Am I correct? Plus dou by, okay, dou A3 by dou z. Is the part clear? See, it's a simple dot product. Yesterday what we have taken. Only thing, what you have the ijk coefficients of del, they are the differential operators. And what we are taking for A, these A1, A2, A3, they are the functions of x, y, z. They are not constants. Got it? Is it correct? Now tell me, is this a vector or a scalar?
Scalar.
The scalar quantity. Now, when you take a dot product of any vector with del, this is called as divergence of A, written as div A bar. Okay, it is called as divergence of A. Some name is being given, that's all. How to easily remember is, see, which type of product is this? Which product is this?
Dot.
Dot product. The first letter is D. Isn't it? Is it matching? Dot is D. Divergence. Okay. Yes. When you have a dot product, isn't it? We can take one more thing. One more which product you can say? For this del and A, we can take one more product. What is that?
Cross product.
A cross product. Yes. Let us take it. If I'm taking del cross A, how to write? It should be written in terms of determinant, right? First row is fixed. What they are? What are the elements of
IJ.
first? I, J, K. Second row is for IJK elements of coefficients of del, isn't it? What is the I coefficient of del?
Dou by dou x.
Dou by dou x. Next, what I have to write? Dou by
Dou by dou y.
dou by dou
Dou
z.
by dou z.
Yes. Next, third row
A1,
is
A2,
IJK
A3.
coefficient of A. Yes. A1, A2, A3.
A2, A3.
Yeah. You know now how to expand the determinant and find out. So that here, suppose if I expand it and find out, tell me, is it a vector or a scalar quantity?
Vector.
Quantity.
All of you
Vector.
agree? It's a vector? Yes, it's a vector quantity. Now what you have taken this cross product, this is being named as curl of A, written like this, C-U-R-L. So it is nothing but curl of vector A. Got the part? See again, cross product. Cross means C. First letter for cross is C. And here also C. So there won't be much difficulty for you to understand. If they ask a divergence, means you have to take which product? Dot product. Curl means you have to take a cross product. Am I clear with these definitions? Isn't it very simple thing? See, you were knowing about some simple concept of dot and cross. You were knowing about the scalars and vectors. Now that is being attached to one more quantity, which is del. If you remember the del value, easily you can write these definitions. Okay. Now, yes, my question. Here we have found for the vector A, we have found the cross and dot product. Okay. Now, here for phi, we have taken just one del phi directly. So can we apply a del and a cross product for del along with phi? Think about it. Think about it. Are you getting my question? Why I have why it is not taken as del dot phi and del cross phi? Why this is not taken, just directly taken as del phi? Anybody has the answer? Anybody has the answer? Yes or no?
Ma'am, phi is a scalar
Phi is a
quantity.
scalar for you.
Very good, very good. Yes, this is what I was expecting, right? So when you have a scalar quantity, you don't have cross and dot product. You have a simple product. That's all. When the question dot and cross comes, when both are vector quantities. Okay? Yes. Good. Good observation. Yeah. After this, we'll define one more thing that is called as Laplacian. This is not much asked, but you should be aware it is called as Laplacian. Now, suppose if I take, I take it as del square suppose. So how can I write del square? I know it is a vector quantity. So I'll write it as del dot del. Is del dot del is del square?
No, ma'am.
No. It's just like if I want to write a square, no, I'm writing a into a. That's all. Just multiplying two vectors. If I multiply, no, I'll get it as del square. So, okay, not to worry much about it. I would have given you directly what is del square value, but you should know how it is being obtained. Okay. So what is my del? It is dou by dou xi, dou by dou yj, dou by dou zk. And here also dot product with dou by dou xi, dou by dou yj, dou by dou zk. Okay. So again, how you take the dot product? You multiply the corresponding I coefficients, isn't it? What is the coefficient of I here? Dou by dou x.
X.
Here also dou by dou x. So tell me what is the value? Dou by dou x dot dou by dou x. Is it dou square by, or dou by dou x the whole square, or is it dou square by dou x square? Is it the first form or the second form?
Dou by dx whole square.
Second.
Second form is correct. It's not, it cannot be like this. Okay. So it is like if you just multiply dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square. Similarly, what will get? Dou square by dou z square. So suppose this is my del square. Now tell me, del square is a scalar or a vector?
Ma'am,
It's a scalar quantity. Okay. So I'll take this del square. When it
Scalar.
is scalar quantity, I can operate it on phi, a scalar, or I can operate it on a, which is a vector. So this is del square. If I, huh?
excuse me, ma'am, this why you should not write it as dou by dou x whole square?
See, it's a differential operator. It's not a constant quantity. If it was a into a, we would have written it as a square. It is just like dou by dou x of dou by dou x. The meaning is different. So if you differentiate a first order derivative, what you will get? You'll get it as second order derivative, isn't it? Huh?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
it's not a constant, it's a differential operator it is. So you will not get it as first order square, you will get it as second order. Okay. Now clear? Anybody else has any question you can ask? Good. Good, you are clarifying the things. You're asking, if you ask more doubts, I'll be very happy. Okay. Now I take this del square, I'll operate it on phi. Can anybody tell me if I take this del square and operate it on phi, what I'll get the resulting thing? I have to take phi inside, right? What it will be? Yeah, this phi will be for all the terms. Dou square phi by dou x square
D
plus
x square.
dou square phi by dou y square plus dou square phi by dou z square. This is called as Laplacian of phi. This is called as Laplacian of phi. So if you are taking Laplacian, what you should take? You should take a del square, second order. Okay. Similarly, I can even take it. Del square is what? It's not, it's a scalar quantity. I can take it and again I can operate it on some vector quantity A. Can anybody tell me what I'll get? If I take del square and operate it on A. See, this is my del square. Instead of phi, I'm taking a vector A. So isn't it this A will be for all the terms? What will you get? Del square A by, sorry, dou square A by dou x square plus dou square A by dou y square plus dou square A by dou z square. Can anybody tell me what this is called as then? It is Laplacian of A. Now, when I apply or when I find Laplacian of phi, tell me, is it a scalar or a vector?
Scalar.
It's a scalar quantity, right? What about if I take A and if I apply that Laplacian on that A, it's a vector or a scalar? Think about it. Vector, sure? Vector or scalar? Think about it. See, A think it is like something like A1i plus A2j plus A3k, where A1, A2, A3 are all functions of x, y, z. So if I go on differentiating, what happens to my ijk? Are they going to remain there or are they going to be 0? That is a question. Suppose if I have like this, x cube I plus y cube j plus some z cube k. If I differentiate this quantity with respect to x 2 times, what I'll get? This is my vector A, isn't it? For example, if I differentiate with respect to x, what I'll get? Once if I do it, derivative of x cube is 3x square I. There is no x term, so it becomes 0. So again, what I'll do, I'll differentiate once again. What I'll get? 3 2s are 6xi. Isn't it ijk are remaining still? Huh? Yeah,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
happens even for y square z square, right? So obviously it's a scalar quantity, correct? What you confirmed, whether it is scalar or a vector?
Scalar, madam.
Why I explained. See, this is the value. If I operate it here and if I get the value here will be 6xi. If I just take this as my a, I'll get it as 6yj, 6zk. Tell me, vector or a scalar?
It will be vector,
Vector
ma'am.
It's a
quantity.
vector. Yeah, that means if you take Laplacian of a scalar, resulting thing is scalar. If you take it on a vector, it is going to be a vector quantity. Okay? Yeah. Yes. After this, I'll take some examples. Okay? And then, yeah, I'll just take one important point. So there is one important point here that can be written as a note. Suppose we have a function phi is a scalar function, then if you take grad phi or gradient of phi, so geometrically it means a vector normal to the surface phi of xyz equal to c. Can anybody explain me this part what I have written? Hopefully, for many of the students it has bounced, isn't it? Okay, now I'll just explain. Try to understand it. Suppose if I have y equal to f of x. So if I find dy by dx, I can find it in many ways. How the function is depending on that, I can just find my derivative. What is the geometrical meaning of dy by dx?
Slope.
Slope of, yeah, continue. Is it only slope? Whole thing you tell. Slope of the
Triangle.
tangent. Okay, that means if I want to just represent the same derivative geometrically, so then if suppose I have the coordinate plane, xy plane, suppose I have a curve which is y equal to f of x. So just take a point on the curve, right? And just draw a tangent to this. So if you take a tangent, it will make some angle over here. Okay. So what is the slope of this tangent at the point on the curve that you are finding, right? That is, you can find it geometrically. Or the same thing is nothing but if you find the theoretically what is dy by dx. Okay, I'll try to make it simple. If you are finding derivative of a function y with respect to x, that means geometrically you are finding what is the slope of this line. Clear? Yeah, this is what actually you have learned. Okay. Similarly, just now we have defined what is grad phi. Okay, gradient of phi. So, what is gradient of y? It is a vector or a scalar. What we have observed? Recall. What is grad phi? Gradient of phi, vector or a scalar?
Vector, ma'am.
A vector. So that means if suppose there is some phi of xyz, there is some scalar function. So with the help of this scalar function, you just take one plane. Okay, you take one plane whose equation is phi of xyz equal to c. So this is what the plane is. Now, if you are just finding grad phi, means gradient of phi, means you are just finding a vector which is normal to this surface. Okay, normal means it's a vector which is normal to this surface. So this vector is nothing but del phi. Now at least little part is clear.
Ma'am, can you tell this last part once again?
Once again, okay. Suppose I have some scalar function. Okay, some scalar function phi. So with the help of that phi, you just construct one plane. Okay, that plane can be constructed. Why I'm taking it as a plane? It is just because it is three-dimensional. It's an extension of what equation of line you used to take, no, same thing. So that is nothing but the plane. That means suppose if I have it like phi is equal to something like x square plus y square plus z square, suppose. Then I take the plane as x square plus y square plus z square equal to some 9. If I want to draw it, if I want to draw this, it becomes some plane like this. Got it? So there will be a plane. Now, if theoretically, by applying the definition, if I'm finding a gradient of phi, means geometrically what I'm doing, I'm finding a vector which is perpendicular to this surface. Now clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Theoretically, I am finding, yes, a vector we are finding, but actually geometrically what we are doing? We are just finding a vector which is normal to this plane, this surface. Okay. Yeah. Now after this, I'll take some simple example and we'll see how to solve, how to get divergence, gradient and all those quantities. Okay. All the definitions are clear to you?
Ma'am, can you scroll it upside so that we can make a note of it?
You're not noted down? That's okay. Yeah. Just
Last class.
last one. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Now here, see we have an example. Vector R is xi plus yj plus zk, which is given. Phi is xyz and vector A bar is x square I plus y square j plus z square k. From this given quantity, we need to find what is gradient of phi, divergence of A, curl of A, del square phi, del square A or Laplacian, and one more type of product. They have asked little different. Okay, so let us take one by one. Yeah, let me take the first part. What is required? First we have to find gradient of phi. Okay, capital G or small g, no matters. Definition should be 100% right. Tell me, what is gradient of phi? Grad phi?
Dou phi by dou x I
Yes.
plus
Dou phi by
dou
dou x
y.
I, dou phi by dou y j plus dou phi by dou z k. Yes. What is phi? Phi is given as x, y,
X, Y, Z.
z. Tell me, phi is a vector or a scalar here?
Scalar.
Scalar, very good.
Scalar.
Okay. And if we can apply gradient, we can find gradient only for scalars, not for vector. That is also important. So this is like dou by dou x. In place of phi, just write it as x, y, z. So this is dou by dou y. This is x, y, z, j plus dou by dou z. In place of phi, write it as again x, y, z, k. Very simple concept. What is this? What this is now? First term. It is like dou by dou x to be operating on x, y, z. Means, what is dou by dou x represents? You learned
Partial
no?
differentiation. of
Partial
the
differentiation.
Partial
Yeah.
differentiation of x.
X, y, z with respect to x partially we have to do. That means Only x is a variable. We have to treat other variable as constant, isn't it?
Constant.
So here I'll take
Yes,
yz,
ma'am.
which is constant. Then what is the derivative of remaining x with
I
respect to x is 1, correct? And this I as it is.
into I.
Yeah. Is part clear? See, very simple. You know the concept of partial differentiation. You know about vectors. Both are being merged, and which is vector calculus. Nothing much. Again, here what we can take out? It is with respect to y means
X Z
x
X
z out.
Z
Remaining y with respect to
J
y is 1. Again j as it is. Similarly here
X1.
xy as it
XY.
is.
Why?
Remaining z is 1 and k as it is constant. So this is the value. Okay, you know you can simplify and write it. Next we want divergence of A. Correct? Next question is divergence. Divergence means del dot A. Okay. So if you have some confusion regarding what I have to write A1, A2, A3 and all, better you write the dot product of two vectors. That will be far better. So what is del representing? Dou by dou xi, dou by
by
dou
the
y
X
j, dou by dou z k. Correct? Dot product with A. What is A given? A is x
X
square.
square I.
Use that vector. X square I plus y square j plus z square k. Done. Yeah. What is the dot product of two vectors? We are aware. So this is like
Scalar.
A1, B1. Yeah, it's a scalar quantity. So this is like dou by dou x to be operating on what? X
X
square.
square.
Plus dou by dou y to be operating on what is the j coefficient? Y
Y
square.
square.
Y square
Dou by dou z operating on z square.
Z square.
Z square
So this is like derivative of x square with respect to x is what?
2X
2x. Similarly, y square with respect to y is
2Y
2y and z
2Y
square 2z. At the most, you
2Z.
can take 2 common and write one more step. Nothing much. Just to observe here. So divergence is what? A scalar quantity. This is a scalar quantity what we are getting. Next, they have asked us to find curl of A. Curl means,
Cross product.
yeah, del cross A. Let us find it. So I, J, K. Yeah, those who are attending class now, just put your number in the chat box. Next, del. Del is dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. Yeah. What is my A for vector A? What are IJK coefficients?
X square, Y
X
square,
square,
and Z
y
square.
square, and z square. Yeah. For determinant, you know how to expand it, how to get the value. It is done by the expansion. Yeah. Now we'll expand it. So to expand, we have to assign the sign, right? It is plus, minus, plus. Yeah, it is plus, minus, and plus. Just expand it. This is I into bracket. So leave the first row and first column. Just multiply like this. What is derivative? This is like dou by dou y operating on z square, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Minus. Now for these two, again, no, you should take dou by dou z operating on which function?
Y square.
Y square. Yes. Yeah. Minus j into. So leave the first row and the column. It is like we have to take this product. Dou by dou x operating on what? Z square. Minus dou by dou z operating on what? X square. Correct? Plus k into. K is lying in first row, third column, leave it. So product determinant of this. Yeah. Dou by dou x operating on what? Y square
Y
minus
square.
dou by dou y operating on x square.
Yeah.
Done. This we expanded. Now can you tell me what is derivative of z square with respect to y partial?
0.
0, because when you are doing
0.
with respect to y, x and z
0.
to be treated as constant. Can you tell what happens to the other terms? Is it all are 0?
Zero.
Yes, in the
All are
bracket,
0.
all quantities
Yes.
are 0 because those variables are not related to what we are differentiating with. So can you tell me what is this? 0. Okay. So
Yes,
for
ma'am.
convenience, I'll write it like this. Is it correct? Why is
Yes,
it
ma'am.
right? Because it is a vector quantity. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now
But
I'll give you little work, okay, homework, so that the remaining part of finding Laplacian you can try and you can tell me the answer in the next class.